Welcome back to Morning in America. There are reports that Russia has been targeting journalists inside their own nation and also attempted to control messaging in Ukraine as well, skewing and distorting facts and giving misinformation about the narrative. On Tuesday, Russian missiles took down a television tower in Kyiv. A reporter with the Kyiv Independent tweeting, "They are trying to cut us off from communications." That same day, the Kremlin eliminated one of the few remaining liberal media outlets in the Russia media landscape over their coverage of what was happening in Ukraine. Joining us right now is an independent journalist and documentarian, Oliya Scootercaster. Thank you so much again for being with us. Are you safe right now where you are? I imagine you are because you're joining us, but I know it hasn't always been safe.
Yes, I'm currently in Lviv, which is generally safe. I mean, as safe as it can be in this situation.
Right. Is it true that you were robbed?
No, I'm not sure where the information came from.
Yeah, I don't either. Because I wanted to ask you rather than say it.
I had a situation where I was at a hotel and I looked out of the window and then I just saw a bunch of men surrounding my car. And I assumed that I was getting robbed, so I ran out to fight for my things because I had my body armor and helmet and everything. But turned out it was a security check by police, military, SBU, because a suspicious person was standing next to my car that they wanted to track down, so they assumed that was his car, so they broke into my window of the car and like flattened my tires and all that stuff. I mean, it's an understandable level of paranoia because of what's going on.
So security broke your car, broke your windows?
It was different government departments.
Just to make sure that everything was safe?
They wanted to check the car because they assumed it belonged to that guy.
Oh, wow. What have you been seeing while you've been on the ground? I know that you are you from Kyiv? A native of Kyiv or Lviv?
I'm originally from Kyiv.
Kyiv. So you say Kyiv?
Kyiv. Okay. When I was born, it was still Kyiv, so it's an automatic thing.
Yeah.
But it's spelled Kyiv, K-Y-I-V.
Yeah, a lot of people have asked me why I changed the pronunciation, but I couldn't even tell them at this point. How has it been traveling, getting around, getting the footage that you are documenting of the war there?
It's extremely hard to travel. First of all, in Kyiv, for example, the curfew also applies to journalists. And on the roads, it's really hard to get around as the traffic just, it's gridlock basically. So getting from one city to another takes a long time, especially if you're headed towards Lviv or any of those areas where refugees are headed right now. And trains are very packed with people. Everybody's trying to get away, it seems. I mean, not everybody. It's mostly women, children, elderly, and students that I see on the train stations.
In terms of the civilian casualties, it seems that we're getting reports that there are more communities being struck, not just military bases, not just TV towers, not just airports, but actual neighborhoods. And we're seeing some of the stunning video. Is that what you're seeing on the ground?
It's not happening in Lviv, but I'm also seeing a lot of official reports about, it's been switched to civilians, which is very scary for the people. I think that's why there is more and more people are leaving their homes with their families, because more communities, more civilians are targeted.
Thank you so much, Oliya, for joining us, and continue to be safe wherever you are.
Thank you.
All right, still ahead, war in the age of social media. We're getting a look